Hello, I'm Leslie Miller, and welcome to More One Life to Live, the show that brings you more stars, more secrets, and more exclusives on your favorite soap. Coming up today, a real-life catfish scam exposed.
I felt very, violated.
Plus, can you say that on a soap?
What the are you doing in my club?
And an exclusive first look at what's coming up next week.
The man you love has betrayed you.
But first, on One Life to Live, the mysterious Michelle seems like she can be more than a little bit shady when it comes to looking for love. But in real life, actress Skye Noyce says she was the victim of an underhanded dating scheme. She sat down for this exclusive interview to share more.
Somebody made a Facebook profile and like a dating profile, on this dating app with my photos.
Let's pretend we just met. Let's start at the beginning, okay?
And they said that they were, Tori from Las Vegas. I had all my guy friends be like, hey, are you going by Tori and are you in Las Vegas now?
I'm Matthew. Nice to meet you.
Hi. I felt very, violated, that somebody was taking my personal images and using them in a very specific way. What did you have in mind? Tori from Las Vegas, your jig is up, I'm on to you. I think the writers wanted to maybe make Matthew, for him to be brought down to life a little bit.
Are you kidding me?
By a girl online, which is embarrassing, which I think he kind of deserves it a little bit. I like it. I think it's a very current, real storyline.
What are you, nuts?
Yeah, I think the writers try to take current stuff. I mean, there's that football player from Notre Dame, and that really happened, and that was all over the news.
True.
Michelle, now that we know that she's in Landview, is gonna have to be a real person now. Now?
Yeah, why not? Come on, you look beautiful.
You do?
Yeah, let's go.
As the show goes on, I think people will start to see what's true and what's not, what she's been lying about, what is really true about her. All right, we'll see about that.
The Michelle Matthews storyline is ripped right from the headlines, so we went straight to the lady who runs Landview to find out what's next.
Michelle is gonna take Landview by storm.
Michelle?
Hi, Matthew.
The storyline for Michelle was more inspired by the catfishing MTV show, or I guess maybe it's called Catfish.
I thought you were someone pretending to be you.
Well, I'm not. It's me.
But just the whole phenomenon about how people really do, develop these deep connections with people they've never met online, was sort of very intriguing to us.
I felt like it was fate,
Especially because in this day and age where people spend a lot of time on social media, sometimes it's easier for people to develop relationships and say things, sort of online or texting and stuff like that, that they can't say in real life. And for the character of Matthew, he was getting a lot of heat, in his own life for things that he was doing or that he wasn't doing. So we felt like it would be very natural for Matthew to be able to connect with someone online and sort of be drawn into that whole sort of world.
What can I say? I'm sorry, all right?
It really seemed to, character-wise, work for Matthew. You could really see why Matthew would be drawn into someone that he could talk to online, and he could be whoever he wanted to be online and kind of, in a way, be Michelle's hero online.
The internet doesn't lie.
You certainly weren't shy about sharing your feelings about what Michelle may be up to. On Twitter, @LB329 says, feel like Michelle is probably crazy. Nervous for Matthew, Des, Drew, and Danny, but so excited for the story. Another viewer told us, don't think Michelle is the right person, but Matthew needs to learn responsibility and be knocked down a few pegs. And from @Kashira0425, he's just embarrassed. Whoever she is, I hope she's good. Go One Life to Live. Love and death was everywhere this week in Landview. Take a look at some of the steamiest and scariest moments of One Life to Live. Jack's affair with his teacher is just heating up.
I don't know, maybe I should just transfer classes.
Really?
And romance is on the rise for the rest of Landview's kids.
Michelle, Danny, Michelle. This is my roommate.
Oh, wow, the Michelle. In the flesh.
Jeffrey, would you like to come with me to Natalie's house? Let's have dinner.
That sounds like a date.
Natalie forgave her father.
I love you, Nat. And I am sorry.
And a plot so devious, only Todd could come up with it.
Yeah, I pulled the receipts from the other day.
Table 4, Jason Murray.
He's your man.
What Bo doesn't know is that Todd thinks that, look, that Danny's overdose wasn't an accident.
Right, because the people that were after Victor are the people who shot at you.
And the same people that gave Danny the bad drugs.
And we have a body coming from an out-of-state morgue, totally untraceable. We dump it in the Lantana River. After a few days, it's unrecognizable. And then all we have to do is get Natalie to use my DNA for the forensics reports. Thank you for backing me up.
Don't make me regret it.
Some big changes are in store for One Life to Live and All My Children. You told us you wanted the shows to clean up their act, and they listened. Here's a little of what you won't be hearing in Pine Valley and Landview anymore.
Recently, the big news on One Life to Live and All My Children was that we were really listening to a lot of fan input that we had in terms of the swearing.
Leave now, or I shove that up your
A lot of people found it off-putting and sort of out of place.
What the does that mean?
So we decided to eliminate the cursing.
I think at times the cursing didn't service the story as well as it could have, and it got a little extraneous.
Holy
Gangsta.
Okay, that's not funny.
man's gotta let it out. Pardon my French.
And I think it also possibly made the viewers uncomfortable.
The fact that we received a lot of numerous emails that people were upset by the swearing.
Hey, no talking like that.
We felt like we could take that away and still be able to tell a really good story.
Famous last words.
There still will be words that will be used, hell and damn, and I mean, you know, we can go through those. They will be used in context.
Don't say anything that you might regret.
There's a whole list that I can't use, and I'm not going through that because I had 12 years of Catholic school.
is off the table. Was always off the table, though it was in some very early episodes.
What the are you doing in my club?
Not good. Hole is out. Cannot say
Some lonely guy in chaps.
You're not going to hear chaps anymore. We had a lot of no more.
Wow, there are so many things wrong with what you just said.
What curse word would I miss most? Yeah, that's my favorite. So yeah, I would miss that the most, I think, yeah.
I guess I will miss most. It's just really easy to say.
Some serious.
Ah, I don't give a. I don't know. What is this? I mean, it just rolls off the tongue.
You make it sound so easy. Oh.
Coming up next on more One Life to Live, Josh Kelly's top secret mating dance. Tuck Watkins goes off half-clipped. Plus a preview of next week, this week, in Moore's exclusive First Look.
No. They're gonna see right through us.
I know, this is horrible. Is it too late to call it off?
Welcome back to More. They say you can tell a lot about what a man might be like in bed based on his moves on the dance floor. So what are we supposed to think about Josh Kelly? The scandalous reveal only on More.
My dad was a naval intelligence officer, so we moved around a lot. I was born in Yokosuka, Japan, and then I moved to the Philippines, and then I moved to Maryland, then I moved to Maine, then I moved to Guam, then I moved back to Maryland.
Here's the new beginnings.
Part of the reason I'm an actor is because I like playing make-believe.
What are you doing here? Don't you have some big wig entertainment coming in? Cancel them.
Look, if you close
Go
this down
do it.
for even
Just
a few
do
days,
it,
we're
Cutter.
screwed,
Do
Blair.
it.
I'm very different than Cutter. I don't think I would be able to be friends with him because I'd like him probably. I'd be like, he's a cool guy, I just can't be friends with him because he's too shady.
Once a con man, always a con man.
That just shows you don't know me.
I'm afraid I actually do.
I normally tell when people are lying, and it like turns my stomach. I'm like, what's the deal? Just tell me the truth. And they're like, well, I'm telling you the truth. And it's like, all right, I'm not gonna be your friend. I don't want to be around you.
Dancing cheers people up.
There's a scene in, I think it was the first episode where Natalie and I dance. And it's interesting because I have to get into the zone to dance. Once I'm in the zone, I love dancing. My cousin calls it the Bird of Paradise dance. The show, Planet Earth, there's a bird of paradise in it. It goes like this and shows off its feathers. But I do dance pretty goofy, but also pretty extravagantly. And if there's a type of girl that is into a guy who's willing to make himself look stupid, then she'll come up to me and we normally hit it off.
To be continued.
Here we don't just sneak you behind the scenes with our actors, we take you home with them. Amber Skye Noyce gives more an exclusive look at her life away from the set.
This is my apartment, and yeah, I have lots of little knickknacks everywhere. It's my little owl friend. That's actually from a Halloween costume from last year. I hear Corbin Blue throws a Halloween party every year, so Corbin, I'm coming for you. Just be ready for that. So this is my bedroom. Just kidding, you're not coming in here. It's a war zone. I just heard that Beyonce is also very messy, so I feel better about the fact that, you know, my room is like a war zone. So we're just gonna leave that for another time. You guys can't come in there. That's my special place. So this is my kitchen. I do like to cook. It's small, but I make it happen. I make really good cookies from scratch. I make an awesome strawberry rhubarb pie, which is like the perfect time of year. So that's definitely probably one of my specialties. I like to bake sweet things. I live on the Lower East Side, so there's tons of music venues and art galleries and like cool boutiques to shop. So I love just getting a coffee and walking around the neighborhood. It's a neighborhood in transition in a way, you know, it's got a lot of history. You know, my great-grandfather was born down the street, and you know, I love this neighborhood. All right, I have someone very special that I want you to meet. This is the surprise. She's giving it away. Nolly, come here. Oh, I have a little puppy. Her name is Nolly. Yes. You gonna give me a kiss? You gonna give me a kiss? Good girl. All right, so I really want to show you my favorite part of the apartment, which is technically not in the apartment, but come on, I'll show you. It's really awesome. There it is, the roof. All right, this is it. This is my most favorite place in the world. This is my rooftop, and you can see all of Manhattan. There's the Empire State Building, my favorite building, the Chrysler Building. We've got the Freedom Tower. You can see the Brooklyn Bridge over there. You can kind of have the whole city at your fingertips right from my roof. So, yep, this is it. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my apartment and my neighborhood. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on One Life to Live.
And we have more info on how the One Life to Live cast is spending their summer. Robin Strasser is getting organized. She tweeted out this: "Wish me luck. I'm going into my office to sort through stuff. I think hoarders when I hesitate, procrastinate. It's called disorder for a reason." Tuck Watkins gave himself a haircut before his clippers gave out. Here's what he posted on Vine. And Tuck also gave us a little inside scoop on his daytime Emmy experience. Take a look. That's his dad driving him to the ceremony because Tuck's car didn't show. When we come back, be the first to see what's coming up next week.
What Vicky did was a crime, and if it is, it's a serious one.
Welcome back to More. Can't wait to find out what's coming up? Well, you don't have to. Only More has your sneak peek of what's coming up next week on One Life to Live.
You know, you really need to tell me where you are at all times.
Honestly, I got caught up in what I was doing and completely lost track of time.
Dorian has suggested that what Vicky did was a crime, and if it is, it's a serious one.
Okay, I'd like to just get right down to business. Absolutely. You were probably one of the last people to see Brianna Marlin alive.
Well, he's left school.
Okay.
He's at a coffee shop.
So?
With a woman.
What are you implying? I am not implying anything. I'm telling you that the man you love has betrayed you.
Hey, Rama, we got a problem.
I'll be back.
Got a question you're dying to ask your favorite actors? Well, email, Facebook, or tweet it to More. And who knows, you might even hear it read or get to ask it on the show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week with more.